What's going on, guys? Welcome to the video. Before we start, I just want to say a big thank you to everyone. The channel hit 95,000 subscribers just this morning, so thank you all very much. Now, I wanted to cover this the other day, but I never got round to doing it, so I will do it this morning before I get on with an Ian Blackford video. We are of course talking about the possibility that John Bercow cucked out his wife to get himself a peerage from Jeremy Corbyn. As I reported on at the time, we all know Jeremy Corbyn put John Bercow forward for a peerage to the House of Lords, which goes against every convention Parliament has ever known. A bit like what Bercow did as the Speaker. Well, it seems reports out now in the Daily Mail say John Bercow's wife Sally personally lobbied Jeremy Corbyn to offer her husband a peerage. Oh, I wonder how she did that, especially given historical reports. Jeremy Corbyn made his surprise offer of a peerage to John Bercow after a personal appeal from the former Speaker's wife, Sally, it was claimed last night. Mrs Bercow, a Labour supporter, privately urged Mr Corbyn to send her husband to the Lords because the Tories would refuse, Common sources said. And the Tories would be right to refuse. You only need to look back a few months to see why he doesn't deserve a peerage. She is understood to have told the Labour leader that her husband fully deserved the peerage, which is traditionally offered to retiring speakers. Yes, but the retiring speakers are not usually biased, pompous little pricks like John Bercow here. So while it is traditional for them to get it, he does not deserve one. End of story, Sally. Go and find his cousin, he probably deserves one a bit more than John Bercow. But the claims came as sources close to the Lords Appointment Commission hinted it would oppose the nomination until bullying allegations filed by ex-Commons clerk Lord Willumsen against the controversial former Speaker were resolved, which they won't be. More have come out today, which I might do a video on if you guys are interested in it. There seems to be quite a lot of shit going on around John Bercow and his bullying. So like I said, if you're interested, I'll try and collate as much of it as I can and do a video on it. They also suggested that at the Commission's next scheduled meeting on February 11th, it would block a separate Lord's nomination by Mr Corbyn of his former aide, Carrie Murphy, until a separate inquiry reported back on Labour's handling of anti-Semitism complaints. And if that's the case, surely Shami Chakrabarti should also be booted out of there. There has been complaints of her whitewashing the anti-Semitism investigations in Labour. But last night, supporters of Mr Bercow angrily hit back. Oh, he actually had supporters, it was probably just his wife. One said it would be quite outrageous on the back of accusations from the former Commons clerk to deny the Speaker what he deserves. First and foremost, he doesn't deserve shit. None of these people deserve public money, you prick. Secondly, it's not just a former Commons clerk, it's Black Rod's, it's Chief of Staff, it's a number of people. It's not just one here we're talking about. As far as I'm aware, there's at least 3, possibly up to 5. I can't remember. Like I said, I will fully go into it if you guys are interested. And there's Bercow's second best friend behind Ian Blackford, the Corbynated chicken. However, there were reports last night of more bullying allegations being filed against Mr Bercow, who has consistently denied such claims. Well, he's hardly going to fucking admit it, is it? It emerged that David Leakey, the former Black Rod chief official in the Lords, was submitting a dossier about Mr Bercow's behaviour, accusing him of intolerable rudeness and explosive behaviour. So, like I said, you see, it's definitely not just one, is it? Mr Corbyn sparked a row last week after the revelation that he, not the Prime Minister, had proposed Mr Bercow for a peerage, which I covered in a video at the time. By convention, the governing party makes the proposal in recognition of a Speaker's service, and the only thing he needs to be recognised for his service is that he's a wanker who tried to block Brexit. So, literally deserves nothing. But Brexiteer Tory MPs have urged Mr Johnson to deny him the honour as punishment for his alleged Remain and pro-Labour bias in the final year of his tenure. There is no alleged in it. His bias towards Remain was clear and obvious. Let's be honest, he's even said it multiple times afterwards. There's no alleged in it. I can't believe that the Daily Mail are actually saying alleged. It's not alleged, that's probably one of the things that is a known fact. Allies of Mr Bercow revealed last night that Labour surprised Mr Bercow when he was asked if he was on the Tory list of new peers due to be announced next month. when he said, "Not that I'm aware of," Corbyn's office said they were happy to sacrifice one of theirs, said a source. Yes, because like I said, he is an ardent Labour supporter, it would seem. Much like Chuka Remoaner and the rest of them who bounce between parties, John Bercow is a political prostitute. But well-placed common sources said Mrs Bercow had already privately approached the Labour leader. Oh, privately was it? I wonder what she got up to. One said it was when John was still Speaker, but contemplating retirement. And he was aware the Tories wanted blood. It wasn't just the Tories that wanted blood, Bercow, it's most of the country, you prick. Sally went to Jeremy and said how unfair it was that he was being victimised. You having a laugh, yeah? He's being victimised. The guy has stood in that chamber screaming and shouting, deliberately blocking Brexit, and you're telling us he's been victimised. Fuck off, Sally, why don't you run away with Bercow's cousin again, you cunt? Mrs Bercow could not be reached yesterday, and Labour did not comment. What a fucking surprise that is. And that's the end of the article there. So, Bercow's been cucking out his missus to the Labour Party in order to get himself a peerage, and if he hasn't, she's been willingly doing it herself. Now, obviously, we don't know what these private conversations or meetings, if they took place, or what was said during those meetings. But if I was Bercow, given his wife's history, I'd be concerned about her privately meeting anyone. John Bercow, do you know where your cousin is when your missus is out? That's my question. But on that note, guys, I am going to end the video there. As some of you will know, I have started doing live streams and uploading gaming content on my second channel. If you are interested in joining me for a chat in real time during one of my live streams, have an interest in gaming related content on YouTube, or simply want to follow me over there because you are a legend, the link to subscribe will be down in the video description and as a pinned comment. I hope to see you all there. Now, as always, I want to thank our YouTube, PayPal, Patreon and Subscribe-Star members for supporting the channel, along with everyone who watches my videos. Remember to let me know what you guys think down in the comments section below. Leave a like, subscribe with the notification bell and share this video as it helps the channel a lot. And I'll see you all in the next one.
There is a pattern consistent throughout history of oppressed people turning on the oppressors. Slaves against their owners, the peasantry against the feudal barons, colonies, Mr. Verhofstadt, against their empires. And that is why Britain is leaving. And it doesn't matter which language you use, we are going and we are glad to be going. We're off.
Remoaner! Remoaner!